What is up, book nerds? I predict the New York Giants season. I did this series last year, so we're starting it up again with my New York Giants. Let's hop in. We opened the season with a thrilling loss to the Washington Commanders, 39-29. This game, I think it's gonna be pretty good. I still don't completely trust the Giants defense, but we did get Abdul Carr, so that should help quite a bit. Our offense, that comes down to how our quarterback room fares. And Malik Neighbors and Tyron Tracy should help, but I think we're losing. We're losing. Very similar story against a worse team, the Dallas Cowboys. I'm hoping that this is a team we might be able to beat, but I still think Dallas Cowboys are better. They have a really good receiving room with CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens and Malik Neighbors. We gotta see how our wide receiver twos and threes pan out. But I don't have that much faith to say we beat them, especially this early in the season. But the Cowboys, they're probably one of the easier teams in my schedule, which scares me a lot. Our third loss in a row. We actually take the Chiefs in overtime. That might seem crazy after losing to Commanders and Cowboys, but I think it might be crazy enough to work because the Chiefs always almost lose a game to a team they should be whooping their butt. And I think the Giants will be that team this year. We do lose because it's the Chiefs, so yeah, we had no right in winning this game. But we do put up a good fight. Then we have our fourth loss of the season to the Los Angeles Chargers, losing 30-25. Another great season. Honestly, I think Malik Neighbors might be the Jamar Chase of this year of throwing up monster numbers and still losing games that they should easily be winning. I think at this point, Russell Wilson is cooked, and then is either when famous Jameis or Jackson Dart comes into play. And Brian Dable is a couple losses away from getting fired. In Giants fashion, after taking the Chiefs to overtime and the Chargers to a fourth quarter nail biter, we lose pretty bad to the Saints. Not horrible, but 31-19. This is not good. This would be interesting. Tyler Show versus Jackson Dart. That would be really. Is it Shuck or Show? I don't. I think it's Shuck. Tyler Shuck versus Jackson Dart. That would be an interesting QB battle. That you've got Chris Olave on one end, and then you got Malik Neighbors on the other end. We could beat them, but I just got that gut feeling that this is a game we're going to lose, like when we played the Panthers last year. And this is where, unfortunately, I see Brian Dable getting fired, and more fortunately, see Joe Shane get fired. I like Brian Dable, but I don't think he's going to survive this year. Our schedule is too tough, and we're not. We've been proved since last year. Don't take this video as me saying the Giants are going to suck, even though they kind of are, because they got the hardest schedule in the league, and we might not be a bottom 5 team. We're probably a bottom 10 team, and we got to play the Eagles twice. So let's just get this game going. After losing a game we should have won against the Saints, we keep the Eagles close, but still lose. After a 6-game stretch that makes a lot of New Yorkers look at the Brooklyn Bridge a little differently, we finally get an upset victory over the Denver Broncos. This is a sleeper game. I think we will win. The Broncos are a better team, but we gotta win some of these games, and I have to put together some wins because this team is not as bad as look. And the Broncos, I think they will have a misstep and lose to a team they should easily beat. And I think the Giants are that team. And here's the Brian Dable was the problem narrative starts up, but I don't think he was. It's just a lucky win under interim head coach. And yes, I am giving kind of a story time to go with it of like storylines I think will be going down this season. I will be doing it with all my prediction videos. But for the Giants, most of our predictions just comes down to the development of Jackson Dart and Ryan Dable on the hot seat and Malik Neighbors. I think he might compete for Offensive Player of the Year. Honestly, I think he might be carrying this team, and Tyron Tracy is also good. So we lose to the Eagles. No less good this time. This is a worse loss, but still, we're not getting blown out in a lot of these games. We lose again to the 49ers. Again, this is a team we could possibly beat. Maybe I'm under projecting this team, we could go for like 7 or 8 wins. Spoiler, we're not getting 7 to 8 wins, at least in my predictions. But maybe in real life, the Niners, I think, are a better team. They were injured and they lost a lot of people. But I think even then they are still slightly better. That's why we're not getting completely blown out, since we do put up good fights. Most of these games are all good fights. 32-24. I think Jackson Dart is the future. Now the Bears are a team that is up and coming. I think we're in very similar situations right now. Bears slightly better, but I think this is a team we can put belt to ass, because I need one really good victory. 32-16. This is that really good victory. Finally, we get to see Jackson Dart go off in a game where the defense doesn't completely shoot the bed. And Abdul Carter gets some good tackles and sacks in. Maybe make Caleb Williams' life a bit of a nightmare. Another overtime loss, this time to the Green Bay Packers, 33-31. Another great showing, another ball-out performance. And another game that we couldn't lock up in the end. But we did give a playoff team a run for their money. So that's something for me to be happy about. My headcanon of this season. And Xavier McKinney gets his vengeance. How about it? To make my life even more pain, Xavier McKinney loses us the game with a pick on Jackson Dart that puts him in field goal position. 2-10. Time to start up the tank. 31-18. We get destroyed by the defense. We get suffocated. We get sacked so many times. And our offensive line's not horrible. But yeah. If the healthy Lions defense, I'm going to be a miserable person. 31-18, karma on the Bears game. Another feel-good victory against a team we should easily beat in the Patriots. 25-20, great showcase. Finally gets to show off the team being good against Michael Rabel, which Michael Rabel's team isn't going to be bad as they were last year. A lot of teams won't be as bad as they were last year. But I think we are still slightly better because they have a better defense, I think, and we got Malik Neighbors and Tyrone Tracy, and I need to see more of Drake May, and I need to see pro film of Jackson Dart. And then Spirits getting crushed by the Washington Commanders, 30-23. Another Jayden Daniels showcase of him just showing why he was the greatest rookie quarterback of all time. Even if he goes into a sophomore slump, the Giants he's not going to slump against. So we lose again. We're 3-11 and season's over. And we're going to need to find a new coach. And we get our 4th win. 4 whole wins! Yeah, this is not great. We beat another playoff contender, Vikings, who should be making the playoffs, but they choke a game to the Giants. That feels very Viking fashion, and we seem to have their number, so I'm happy to have them on the schedule. Not very happy, but rest of the NFC North. But the Vikings are. I honestly see the next 2 games as basically the same game, Raiders and Cowboys. We lose 18-16, very close game. Up-and-coming Raiders squad, slightly better because they have Pete Carroll and they got Ashton Jeanty. And Ashton Jeanty is going to run amok, but we're going to be able to stop him more than certain teams on the Raiders schedule. That video will be coming decently soon. But we lose, but this is a winnable game. Speaking of losing winnable games, Giants doing the same thing they did last week against the Raiders, against the Cowboys. Now, instead of Ashton Jeanty, it's George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. Yeah, wasted season in New York, 4-13. Next week, it should be the Jets. Should be coming very soon, depending on how y'all like this video. Like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, upload next. See you in the next one. Peace. Tell me how trash my takes are.